is non-stop here at Kaiser, and we're set for tag team action.
Yeah, we get to see two teams we actually haven't seen before.
Well, actually, we've seen these two wrestlers before. There is Maniac Mark Jones and Roughhouse Matthews. Maniac, the taller of the two. Roughhouse, the one with the interesting haircut.
Yeah, I believe this is actually the first time tagging here. I'm not entirely positive on that, but I understand they call themselves the Riot Squad.
Yeah, there's an interesting story. Both of these men coming back to Championship Pro Wrestling at the same time, and they're coming back for a reason. They are Renegade Richie Stevens' hand-picked lumberjacks to go after Shane Shadows.
Well, you know, that's a smart move by Richie Stevens, you know? He's going to have the ring surrounded. May as well bring in some people that you know are going to be on your side.
Well, let's take a look at the opposition here. And it's one wrestler we know and another one we don't. White Trash Johnny Logan and his partner Rad. We've seen Johnny Logan before. Rad from the Baltimore area. This is his first CPW appearance, but he was game for to fight just about anybody.
What kind of name is Rad? I mean, what is it, that like Cher or Madonna or something?
Well, he doesn't look like either Cher or Madonna. Fans, don't forget Saturday, April the 15th, Birthday Bash. Our 9th anniversary show will be in Kaiser at 3 p.m. for a special CPW Showdown taping. Then 8 p.m. we head over to Romney for a full evening, and Greg the Hammer Valentine on both shows. Listen to this fired up, sold out crowd in Kaiser getting behind Johnny Logan and Rad.
Again, just shows you that these people here in Kaiser, West Virginia, they don't know anything. Why are they cheering for these two people? I don't know. They should be cheering for Riot Squad.
Well, you know, the Riot Squad, I'll be interested to see their tag team chemistry, as well as the chemistry between Logan and Rad, who, my understanding, never met before today.
Well, and, you know, that can actually, you know, hurt them. You know, a huge part of tag team wrestling is the chemistry between the two partners.
I don't think Roughhouse and Maniac, they've both been loose cannons during their previous CPW appearances. The Maniac had a good match last year with Demolition Axe in this building. Haven't seen him since then. Roughhouse Matthews, we haven't seen him in CPW for a couple of years now. And here we go. It's going to be Logan with the longer hair kicking it off against the Maniac. They lock up, and Maniac is going to have a huge power advantage. He's about 320 pounds, and Johnny Logan looks like he's a little more than half of that.
Yeah, you know, Maniac Mark Jones, you know, kind of a dangerous combination there. Huge, you know, size, but, you know, unfortunately, not the brightest guy out there.
Well, he's a little bit off. They lock up again. And again, too much power for Maniac Mark. I think Johnny Logan's going to have to take another tack here. He wants to get anything accomplished. Buddha, your referee for this match. Good to see Buddha back out here. I don't know what Logan heading over to the corner. He's talking to Rad, and the Riot Squad sharing some advice. Wait, Logan's got a plan. Maniac wants no part of Johnny Logan. And Logan showing Maniac some dance steps here in Kaiser as he stomps on the foot.
That's not right. I mean, come on, that's a cheap shot. You know, make the guy look around and you hit him. That's just horrible.
He was upset because he fell for it. Headlock by Logan. The Maniac, able to release himself. Good, solid technical wrestling move. Goes back into a hammer lock. Reversal there by Logan. Maniac looking to grab the hair. Can't really get hold of Logan. And now Logan's going to work over the arm. Good technique from Johnny Logan. I can see why he's become popular. And a tag to Rad. Let's see what this youngster's up to. He's going up top.
Oh, no, big chop to the arm there.
Well, and then Rad certainly has no fear of Maniac Mark. Oh, hard whip into the turnbuckle. Maniac's got too much power. Rad steps aside. He sets him up. Side Russian leg sweep. Oh, and Maniac doesn't know quite where he is. Rad off the ropes, big leg drop, going for the cover. What a no! Roughhouse Matthews right there to make the save.
And you know, that was smart thinking. No, he went for the pinfall right there in front of Roughhouse, about what, 2 feet there? Of course Roughhouse is going to come in and break it up.
Well, I can't really blame him for that. A couple closed fists by Maniac and a tag to Roughhouse. Let's see what Roughhouse has picked up. He's always been a straight-ahead brawler, and I don't think tonight's going to be any different. Roughhouse working over Rad, comes up clubbing forearm to the side of the head, and looks like he's just chin-locking and picking it up long enough to strike the side of his head.
Yeah, you're not going to see no high-flying technical wrestling from this guy. I mean, it's just pound, 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 and it works for him.
That's true. Big body slam, drops the elbow. Roughhouse going for the cocky cover. Buddha's down, and it's a 2 count. Well, Rad learning how things get done here in Championship Pro Wrestling. Learning that one of the keys to tag team wrestling, which is stay out of the other team's corner as the Maniac comes in. Oh, boy. I can't wait to see Greg the Hammer Valentine at Birthday Bash. Can't wait to return to Paw Paw, but right now, have a great night at Championship Pro Wrestling as Maniac whips Rad in. Oh, and a nice elbow. Rad dropped to the canvas. Rad, not a small wrestler, but he can't compare size-wise to Maniac Mark.
Yeah, I think this is the only time I've ever seen a diving clothesline while the person is still on the ground.
Well, that's true. Maniac Mark, not very orthodox. And he's not listening to referee Buddha either. Buddha's telling him that's only a 2 count, and I think he's right about that. Maniac looking for something else. Off the ropes. Oh, catches Rad with a big boot. And the Maniac taunting away at Johnny Logan as the tag made to Roughhouse. I don't know what Johnny Logan's going to be able to do, but this is textbook tag team wrestling from this Riot Squad. And, you know, the Riot Squad, one of the many teams looking to go after the CPW tag team titles currently held by Jake Davis and Leslie Leatherman, the Highwaymen.
No doubt. I mean, every team that comes in here, they all have one thing on their mind, and that is the CPW tag team gold.
And that's the way it should be. Roughhouse, another closed fist. Oh, and he goes down, and he's choking Rad there with the shin. And Roughhouse has got to be careful. Buddha has the right to disqualify him if he doesn't break the hold. And another tag back to the Maniac, and you can see time starting to run out for Rad. He's got some resilience. He's been worked over a lot. Not many wrestlers would be able to keep getting up after taking the pounding he's taken. Tag back into Roughhouse. They're setting up for a double team move.
Yeah. And he smartly took out Johnny Logan there to make sure that Rad doesn't make the tag. Not that I think he really has much of a chance of doing so.
Well, he wants to keep Logan from making the save as well, depending on what they have planned. Buddha needs to get one of these guys out of the ring, and I think Roughhouse is double drop kick! Double drop kick to the midsection by Logan. And he got Maniac out of the ring the hard way. He's going after Maniac on the floor. One-on-one, Rad and Roughhouse. And Rad has the opportunity to fight back. No, Roughhouse caught him with the knee. Picks him up, Dominator. And the cover. And that's it. Roughhouse, Matthews, Maniac, Mark, the Riot Squad, getting their first victory as a tag team here in Championship Pro Wrestling.
Just dominating the unexperienced team of Logan and Rad. You know, they put up a good fight, but unfortunately I think that inexperience hurt them in this match.
Well, I'm sure we haven't seen the last of Logan and Rad, but I'm also sure we haven't seen the last of the Riot Squad here in CPW.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in the CPW locker room with Jackpot Jimmy Jessup, who has a very tough match tonight against Sergeant Cody McGraw.
Very tough. Tough is not the word. It's going to be an easy victory because Cody, you're somewhat of a U.S. hero from Paw Paw. I'll tell you something, Cody. You're nothing. Absolutely nothing. You got no talent. You just plain suck. You're looking at the greatest thing the CPW has to offer. So what you got to do, Cody? You might as well just go in the ring and lay down. Let me put my foot on your chest. 1, 2, 3, buddy. And as for you, When you call me and say my name, you put the greatest that CPW has to offer.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am with Sergeant Cody McGraw, and Cody, you have a match against the greatest CPW has to offer. Who's Jackpot Jimmy Jessup? I'm supposed to refer him as that from now on.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Jackpot Jimmy Jessup is a no talent, waste of space. The guy was supposed to train me 3 years ago in another promotion. He sucks. He has no talent whatsoever. And after I beat him tonight, he needs to go get some Rogaine for that thin and hair. See you.
Mike DiMuzio, the referee in the ring. And here comes Jackpot Jimmy Jessup from Atlantic City, making his way to the ring. And the fans just as happy to see him as they always are.
No, I don't understand why they don't like this guy. I mean, he's a phenomenal athlete. You know, he is Mr. Charisma. You know, I mean, what is not to like about this guy?
I don't know about his charisma. I know he's a good wrestler. I'm not going to take that away from him, but he's obnoxious. And what's with the glove on the right hand? Is he this illegitimate son of Rene Goulet? I'm not getting this.
Who's Rene Goulet?
Okay, maybe he knows Michael Jackson. Maybe he performs at Neverland. In any case, Jackpot Jimmy Jessup, his own biggest fan here in the Kaiser Fire Hall. Big crowd on hand tonight. We're here for the Mineral County Special Olympics. They're sponsoring this show, and it's always good to see them. And they'll be excited about this next wrestler. Paw Paw, West Virginia's favorite son, Sergeant Cody McGraw. And Cody's going to be back with us when we return to Paw Paw May 20th for Breaking Point. As this is going to be an interesting match. Jackpot Jimmy Jessup has a big experience advantage over Cody McGraw, but Cody has a little bit of size, and you know he's a very determined young man.
Well, no doubt. All his training with the Army Reserves and all that has helped him out. You know, he's in good physical condition. You know, I think he still has to just work off a little bit of that rest from that year that he had to take off.
Yeah, the year he had to take off to go to the Middle East, to go to Kuwait, to go to Iraq, to help defend this country.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not downplaying what he did and all that, but unfortunately, he did have to get outside of the ring for a good year or so, and unfortunately, that's a long time to be outside of the ring.
Well, he's looked good in the few matches he's had since he's come back. He rarely gets to step in with veteran competition like Jackpot Jimmy Jessup. And, when it comes to shortcuts, when it comes to dirty tricks, there might not be anybody in this company better than Jackpot Jimmy Jessup.
Well, that's true, and that's probably one of his strong points. And by the way, if you look right now, you're commenting about the glove and all that. If you look carefully, his tights are designed to look like a slot machine.
Alex Young, ladies and gentlemen, that's an incredible point.
No, he is. He's the one-armed bandit. See, he's got the one arm covered and the other one uncovered.
Did he tell you about this before the show?
Yeah.
Okay. Fans, want to remind you we got some great DVDs out. CPW Showdown Volume 1 available for sale at all CPW events. And coming out soon, CPW Fan Appreciation Night 2005 from when we were here in Kaiser in September 2005. Great DVDs available from Championship Pro Wrestling. Jackpot Jimmy Jessup showing off a little here after the opening bell. Don't know how Cody McGraw is going to react to him. The worst thing Cody McGraw could do is let Jimmy Jessup psych him out.
Yeah, Jimmy Jessup, he's very good with the mind games. I mean, he can walk in a room and just get people so upset that they forget all about what they're trying to do.
And that's just when he goes into McDonald's. Cody McGraw working over the arm of Jackpot Jimmy Jessup. Oh, what, you're going to disagree with me now? I mean, you've been around this guy. He is not a nice person.
Oh, no, I think he's actually probably one of the most hated wrestlers in the back.
Well, there you go. Mike DiMuzio telling Jessup, don't use the closed fist. Good to have a veteran like DiMuzio keeping track of the action. I don't know how he's going to get out of the armbar. Cody McGraw really wrenching it in. And taking it back into a hammerlock. Good solid wrestling. That's a good way to work out the ring rust. get down to some basic chain wrestling and keep your man down on the mat. Headlock takeover. He's got one of Jackpot's shoulders down on the ground. DiMuzio makes the count. Oh, and Jessup barely gets his shoulder up.
Yeah, no, Jessup, he's having a little bit of trouble with the chain wrestling here, But I think once he gets, out and is just able to, start doing his, technical wrestling, he's going to have the advantage.
You mean once he starts cheating? Well, actually, here we go. Top wrist lock. Jessup trying to power his way out. Had the leverage advantage, but he's lost it against the taller man. Oh, and he breaks. Oh, and Cody McGraw reverses back into a hammerlock. Smart move by the youngster. Reversal by Jessup. And Jessup posing. Oh, gets taken out with a leg trip and lands on his face. Not the face of Jackpot Jimmy Jessup. That's how he makes his money, Alex.
This is horrible. I mean, he could be losing out on thousands of modeling contracts if something happens to that face.
I'm not even going to. Arm drag there. Hip toss. Takes it for the right. Oh, big body slam in the center of the ring. And a drop kick. Caught Jessup right in the face again. Jackpot Jimmy Jessup knocked out to the floor. And the crowd 100% behind Sergeant Cody McGraw, as Triple J is going to have to regroup out on the floor here at the Kaiser Fire Hall.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jackpot is basically going up kind of the hometown favorite. And we realize, that Cody's from Paw Paw, but that's only, 20 miles, 30 miles from here. So, really, that's about as close to a hometown favorite as this crowd's going to get.
I think if Saddam Hussein was in the ring against Jackpot Jimmy Jessup, Saddam would be the hometown favorite. Jackpot just that unlikable. Well, okay, I might be exaggerating. Yeah, he's taunting little kids. You'd think he'd have better things to do, like, wrestling the match. Here we go. Cody bringing Jackpot in the hard way. Jimmy Jessup not paying attention, and it cost him. And Cody McGraw daring Jackpot to get out of that corner. Oh, Jimmy Jessup goes to the eyes.
Hey, this is the type of stuff that Jessup uses to his advantage. He took it. Cody went in there a little bit naive. Right to the eyes. Jessup's in control.
And a right hand right between the eyes. Jessup setting up. Vertical suplex. Floats over for the cover. No. 2 count only. It's not going to be that easy for Jackpot Jimmy Jessup. And Jackpot going for the choke. Mike DiMuzio telling him to break, but Jessup is going to take every millisecond of that 5 count to inflict as much damage as he can. Oh, and he goes low. Headbutt to the real lower midsection.
Again, perfectly legal.
Perfectly legal. This is not legal. He's got his tape off, and he's choking Cody with the athletic tape. And Mike DiMuzio none the wiser. This is an illegal choke. Look at Cody McGraw gasping for air.
This is a perfectly fine chin lock here. Nothing wrong with this.
Except for the piece of tape he's got wrapped around his throat. That piece of tape right there, the one he's using to choke out Cody McGraw.
Again, I'm not seeing what you're talking about. This looks like a perfectly fine chin lock.
Well, Cody McGraw trying to get some leverage, trying to maneuver himself underneath Jackpot Jimmy Jessup and work his way out. And the crowd really getting on Mike DiMuzio. They've seen what we've seen, fans. Cody McGraw powering his way up. Jackpot Jimmy Jessup, he's not going to be able to keep him out. Well, he takes him down into a front face lock, looks like.
An excellent double axe handle to the back there.
He threw that piece of tape outside the ring. At least he's not going to use that anymore. Jackpot, what's he going to do now? He drops the leg, going for the cover. Oh, what you going to do, Jackpot? Cody McGraw powers out before the 3 count. We're going to see both these wrestlers in Romney on April the 15th, part of Birthday Bash weekend. Oh, wait a minute, Cody McGraw fighting back, right hand. Oh, misses, and gets thrown into the ring post by Jackpot Jimmy Jessup. Jessup brings him off the rope, reverse neck breaker. And Jackpot has the advantage again.
Well, I don't think he ever really lost the advantage. That other stuff, he was just getting Cody into a low sense of security.
You can say what you want about Cody McGraw. I don't think he's had much of a sense of security since the opening bell. Jackpot Jimmy Jessup determined to get a victory here in Kaiser and willing to do anything necessary, even if it involves breaking the rules.
It's only breaking the rules if you get caught.
Well, he certainly hasn't gotten caught yet. Jackpot setting up. He wants that golden nugget slam. That's his move. Nope. Goes into an F5, a variation on an F5. And the crowd getting behind Cody McGraw. Jackpot should be going for the cover. Will you at least agree with me on that?
He should, but I'm trying to figure out why the crowd's cheering USA. Don't they know that New Jersey is part of the United States?
Well, I'm sure they've heard that. I don't know how many people have visited New Jersey. But more importantly, Cody McGraw, U.S. Army, hello. That's why they're chanting USA.
Well, they should be chanting Go Army or something like that.
Maybe it doesn't have the same ring to it. I don't know. Jackpot Jimmy Jessup's going up top. I'm going to stress again, this is probably not the brightest idea, as Cody McGraw gets to his feet, and Jackpot's completely lost track of what's going on in the ring. Cody McGraw slamming Jackpot off the top rope. Off the ropes and a clothesline. Down goes Jimmy Jessup. Another clothesline. Cody McGraw rallying here in Kaiser. Boot to the midsection. Front DDT. Now if Cody McGraw can follow this up, he's going to have a big victory here in Kaiser.
Yeah, but he's taking a huge beating so far. I don't know how well he's going to be able to recover from that.
Oh my goodness, I thought that was a 3 count. This would have been Cody McGraw's first win in Kaiser since returning from the Middle East. I don't think he's been on any of the previous Kaiser shows. Cody McGraw listening to this crowd, getting fired up. They're in a big night in Kaiser. The crowd chants of USA. Right hand and another right hand. Mike DiMuzio trying to intervene. He's setting up. Cody McGraw, reverse leg sweep. And what's he doing now? He's pulling Jackpot into the middle of the ring. And he's signaling. I think he wants to go to the top rope. I think he wants to drop the elbow from the top rope.
Well, you know, this may be the same mistake that Jackpot made. You know, he may be taking too much time to get up there.
Well, he hasn't taken as much time as Jimmy Jessup yet. Cody perched up on the top rope. All the way up to the ceiling, and he drops the elbow. Oh, that stunned Jimmy Jessup. Jimmy knocked halfway across the ring. He's too close to the ropes, though. Oh, wait a minute. Jackpot Jimmy Jessup manages to get his foot on the ropes. That could have been it right there.
Well, you know, it's just like you said, you know, too close to the ropes. Cody didn't have the knowledge to pull him away from the ropes before going for the pin, and Jessup was able to take advantage of it.
Well, Cody was just in his second year as a wrestler before he was called up into active duty, ordered over to the Middle East. Here we go. Jackpot Jimmy Jessup, not a lot of snap on those punches. Another miss. Jackpot rolling Cody up out of the ropes. He goes for the cut. He's pulling the pants. He has pulled the tights. And he's got the pinfall over Cody McGraw. He had a double handful of Cody's pants. We had a full moon in Kaiser. But Jackpot Jimmy Jessup has gotten the victory over Cody McGraw. I can't believe it.
You know, that was purely accidental. I don't think he meant to do that at all.
Maybe if he didn't have both hands on the pants and pulled his belt down to his thighs, you know, maybe I'd believe that. And Mike DiMuzio not in position for it. Cody McGraw's going to be looking to get his hands on Jackpot Jimmy Jessup. Wrestling fans, this Saturday, one of the biggest nights in Championship Pro Wrestling history. CPW presents Birthday Bash 9, the 9th anniversary of Championship Pro Wrestling, April 15th. 2 big events in one day. We kick things off at 3 p.m. The Kaiser Fire Hall, Station 1, the corner of Route 220 and Center Street in Kaiser, with a special CPW Showdown taping. For the CPW Tag Team titles, it will be the Highwaymen defending those belts against Damage Incorporated. And the rematch from 2002, as 3S Sexy Shane Shadows defends his CPW Unified Heavyweight title against the WWE Hall of Famer, Greg the Hammer Valentine. We spoke with Shane Shadows earlier and got his thoughts on the big match against Greg Valentine.
Shane, that was one hell of a match. Now you got to go against Greg the Hammer Valentine, a WWF legend, next month.
Hall of Famer, Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion, Mid-Atlantic Champion, Tag Team Champion. He's been all over the world. One of the best, and honestly, in all truthfulness, one of my childhood heroes. I grew up and I was in mortal fear of my hero. When Greg the Hammer Valentine lifted up that elbow, I shrieked and I shivered like nobody else that ever came on TV. And this was when I was this high. Now, Greg, we've had our run-ins in the past, and you've taken your opportunity at this championship bout. After 4 years, Greg Valentine returns to Championship Pro Wrestling and try to stake his claim to the CPW title. But I got to tell you, Greg, after surviving a biker death match, I've been through it all up here, and I know you're coming 110% to win this title, which everybody knows is becoming one of the most prestigious belts in wrestling. But Greg the Hammer Valentine at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at the Kaiser Fire Hall on April 15th. You better be ready for a match like you haven't had in years. You better conjure up images of your matches with Tito Santana. You better conjure up images of your matches with Hulk Hogan. You better conjure up your battles with Roddy Piper. Because I'm going to take all those powers, all that spirit, the spirit of those wars, and I'm coming after you to make sure that I keep this, the CPW Unified Heavyweight Championship.
Then, 8 p.m., Romney, West Virginia, Romney Middle School, 110 School Street. It's the second half of Birthday Bash, with matches that will not be televised on CPW Showdown, the only way to see this great event in person. Tickets will help benefit the Romney Volunteer Fire Department. In our main event, one way or another, the CPW Unified title will be defended. Greg the Hammer Valentine will take on one half of the CPW Tag Team Champions, Jake the Machine Davis. And on the other half of the big main event, it'll be our current CPW Heavyweight Champion 3S Sexy Shane Shadows taking on the other half of the Tag Team Champions, Leslie Leatherman. This will be the first one-on-one meeting between these two bitter rivals. Also, the Mega Rocker Bob Keller, a CPW legend since day one, taking on former Triple Crown champion, the Renegade, Richie Stevens. And it'll be Damage Inc. taking on the Riot Squad. You'll see Brian Big Johnson, Nicky the Bull, Cody McGraw, Jackpot Jimmy Jessup, The Warlock, Tea Time Anthony Odyssey, and much more. CPW Birthday Bash this Saturday night in Romney.